Big welcome to you, Taurus. So, you are the last sign that I'm reading now before the equinox tomorrow, right? Because then the sun is moving into Aries, but today the sun is in the feet, in Pisces, in the subconscious, in the deep down, right? She's shining. The sun is shining through Pisces, right, into Pisces, and the Pisces card is connected to the moon card, and the moon is in your sign. I mean, there is a big cycle, right, happening, and when a big cycle like this is happening, we feel it, right? Something is really shifting in our life. So just that you understand that this reading that I'm doing here, it exists only once a year. Next year, the constellation is different, everything has shifted, nothing is the same. The other planets that I'm not even considering right now, right, are as well in a different house, are as well have shifted. So the reason why I'm doing the readings, especially when the moon is in your sign, so that I give you really this energy. So I have to feel you because I'm a Virgo. I cannot feel you. I cannot understand this heaviness, right? That's what Taurus is about, is the bull, but it's also the holy cow, right? So we go again, of course. Those who are longer with me, you can skip maybe this part, but there's always new stuff coming up. There's always the way I share these cards with you, right, is always a little bit different. So first we look again also into an evolution that's happening in the tarot cards, and I'm using always as the first one the Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot is letting us know that the simple black and white is enough. When we look at these cards, we see, right, a story. Now, if we have just black, we don't see anything. If we have white, we don't see anything either. But if we have black and white together, we have a story. We have contrast. We have something to tell. And all these stories, right, we didn't have papers at first, right? We had words, right? We had the visuals, and through the visuals we started to form words, and the words were easily transferred in a song, right? So we were singing some of these stories, and still to this day, very old songs are telling from back then how we perceived these energies. So they gave the waning and the waxing moon a tower because it was very precise, right? That's what it is. They realized, wow, this is constant. We can trust this, right? And trust we place in towers, in four-pointed energies, right? So the moon in itself, then, here the evolution to Mr. Edgar Wade, right? Who was in this secret brotherhood that was formed 1888. Again, 888, a very important number. You can look down below what it means. We have an evolution here of a man that said, well, I will do my own cards, and it was a woman who painted them. These came out 1910. Here, then, Aleister Crowley, who was also in the secret brotherhood, and that's why I show them, right? These are the three cards that I will always show because he's giving us a very powerful, deep evolution of how these cards have shifted, right? Because of how these men were looking at them. Now, very interesting, after that, I will always pick new decks that I discover or that I like, and I will share them with you so that you start also seeing different types of how we can interpret it, these mystical messages, right? So we can see also Aleister Crowley was giving us, and again, a deeper understanding of an evolution of this card. The drops are referring to Virgo. Virgo is the Hebrew word yud, and it looks like a drop, right? This word. And yud means hand, right? And that's why the hand for the hermit, he's holding the lamp, and the staff, so he's holding the light, and he's holding the wand, right? Both of them masculine energies, right? Because the light comes out of the wand. And then we go to this native Indian card, and here we have the grandmothers are connected to the moon, and in the sleep, remember, what do you want to take from the day into the night? Say thank you, or say I forgive you, I let go, right? Start looking into what is it that you want to let go, or what is it that you want to heal. And so you can see the grandmothers are the ones who have lived long enough to give us their wisdom. Then here, one more time, Mystic Mondays, right? I share these cards with you because there's something in them that I find very interesting, and I figured out that the red hair is the menstrual blood of the female evolution, right? We started following the moon cycle, and right now just what comes to my mind is also the red tent. I realize it, the red tent. You see, it's like I've been showing this card, I think, for at least a half a year. Today, in your reading, I realize this is the red tent that back in the days when a woman had her period, she was able to go into the red tent, and all the other women were helping her to release the menstrual blood into the earth, right? They had no pads, they used cloth, but of course we know how that feels, right? So they were able to literally just bleed peacefully, right, in that red tent, and the other women were taking care of the food, of the children, and helping them, right? And then she was able to release this energy, right? So that's what I see all of a sudden, right? And at the same time, tens again are 4-pointed, right? They're not 3-pointed. 4-pointed, then they become the towers. Wow, I mean, this is so cool, right? So it's like your energy, maybe your energy gave me this information, right? And that's why I think it's so important for you to see this. So I'm really like, okay, I'm seeing this card in a whole new way now, right? For me, as you can see, look at it. It looks like a tent, right? I was always looking at it and I was like, what is she trying to say with these shapes? And I knew that the triangle is connected to the three, the Empress. But now I see the red tent. My evolution of this moon card, right, was of course then downward, upward facing dog, right? Because we have the evolution here, the crab or the Cancer coming out of the water. Coming up, the scarabæus, right? Again, the beetle, the iridescent beetle. There's even a golden one, right? So this was this shiny object, right? And so even he was moving the cow dung, also these little balls of dung from the cows and from whatever they found, right? And they put the eggs inside so that the little ones had immediately food. So they were pushing these little balls with their legs, back legs sometimes, right? So they were very interestingly worshipped, or they were used even as a jewelry. So the downward, upward facing dog, evolution of the wolf into the dog, then the symbol itself as the towers now jumping out, right, of this perceived dimension. We want to know more, and the upward facing dog, of course, is looking up. Then I created more like a tower with the universe in itself, like a window is opening. And then I think this is the card where now I have to move the wolf, looking into the subconscious, looking, still staying in this subconscious, staying in the past. Meanwhile, the dog is looking up into the light, into the universe, into all possibilities, the jumping fish, right? And of course, now with the red hand, I'm like thinking, okay, how can I incorporate that? Because that's clear now. Yeah, I have to incorporate something with red, the blood, the menstrual blood, and the red hand. So I have to think about how I'm going to do this card again, right? So this is why I'm doing these readings. I want to grow and learn and understand these cards, and the only way to do that is right now by doing these readings online, right? Good. So now we come to you, Taurus, your symbolisms here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a Greek word for the high priest. And the high priest has as well 2 towers, right? Again, shown here very clearly from the high priestess. It's black and white. And the high priest has gray pillars. And everything that's gray means it's now transferred into wisdom. The high priestess still deals with this duality, yeah? With understanding that everything is always up, down, right, left, male, female. He, for some reason, has now the gray pillars, has come into the center, has come into a deeper understanding, and that's why he's actually the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is bringing the energy down, as you can see here in this hexagram. 1 triangles pointing upwards, which is his head, this head, and this head creates the upward pointing triangle. Then we have an upward pointing triangle with his head, which are 3 levels. And of course, this downward pointing triangle here, which I find absolutely fascinating, has signs or hieroglyphs. Hierophant, hero, is like a hero, right? A little bit like hero is in Greek the high, right? And hieroglyphs is basically high symbolisms that only he can understand, that only he can bring to the people, right? Here again the 3 rings intersecting, here the pentagram, the earthiness, then connected to the elephant, right? Hierophant, elephant, right? Phant. Then here the bull's horns, right? Here from the elephant, the ivory. Then we go to Aleister Crowley's Hierophant, right? And he also gave him clearly a lot of wisdom is here embedded, encoded, symbolisms through sacred geometrical forms, and again through hieroglyphs, through these ancient connections. Then, of course, in the native Indian, and this is the medicine woman. I love this very, very much, right? Because it's so simple, and at the same time, within the negative card, there's already the solution of how we incorporate always everything. It's really, really beautiful. And I will read you out of the book, right? If I have this notion to read you. So she is in the book. I don't have the what is it called, the English cards here. So these are the German cards. I have the English cards in Israel. She's the peacemaker. You see the difference, right? See the difference? And so for me, of course, this, yes, if it's healthy, but it's people don't want it anymore, right? And it's also one of the richest institutions. We have to really know that. And just yesterday, someone told me that, again, a priest was stepping out because of all this, yeah, you know, right? These accusations of this brotherhood, right? And there is a correlation to back in the days, a gay man, if the only place he was able to be himself and really accepted was when he was becoming a monk, right? And just recently I also saw a picture where it was really funny, but it's not really funny, right? Where they show the Pope walking towards an event in this dress and in this headpiece and in a coat and in everything and slippers, and they wrote, yes, here he walks with Dior gown and these Louis Vuitton slippers, and they put everywhere the labels of these houses, right, and the hat of etc etc, and he's on his way to tell us that being gay is not right. I mean, it was just really funny and at the same time also sad, right? Because there is something, right? And if there is something, it comes out. This is the thing, the truth stays the truth, the real truth. If we are really accepting who we are, and even a deep attack of someone that doesn't want you to be who you are, has no power over you, because your truth is coming from the heart, is coming from deep within, right? So there is something talking to us, and this is the message. Peacemaker. Become a peacemaker. Here it says middleman, being in the middle, right? Or being the one that shares the centered, right? Centeredness, or the centered, right? Yeah, the centered man. Then here in the Mystic Mondays, of course, again, the triangle with the 1, 2, 3 steps up to the third eye. Always the third eye is giving us a vision, is giving us an understanding. Here we see always a square and then a circle. The feminine within is squared, and sometimes then again there is a square or not a square if the card is more masculine, or again feminine, right? So again, here we can see this is of course a masculine card, right? Taurus is a masculine card. Taurus is also the time where the Hindu religion was formed, because of the holy cow. It's just female, right? Good. I give you the evolution now of my yoga card. The first one was very simple, right? Just bowing down, the white cross of spirit, material, and time and space in the middle, where the throat is, where the speaking is, where the fifth card, the fifth chakra is, the color blue, right? Is basically here in this card, you don't see it, maybe you do. You see the blue throat, and he of course wears a blue underdress. It's right here underneath, you can see it. And here she's wearing literally a blue dress, right? Then when I bow down, in the bowing down, I go back down to the earth. I go down and I go and honor the earth within the gray zone, and of course within the number 5 and the downward pointing triangle. Then I decided to add the upward facing triangle and the downward facing. It's so funny, downward, upward, and downward facing dog from the moon. Right? I tried to create the universe is coming down, the water's raining down, the fire is going up. Within this crossing, the pentagram here and here. Now the newest card has become also the evolution of the High Priestess, is the high mountain or the praying mountain. We bow down in the Namaste to the earth and understand that the spiritual, the going down is easier. Effort is when we have to go up. Effort is this will, having a free will to say, yes, I want to go, I want to grow up. It's the color red, is that fire, is that action, is the color red, is reaching up. The yellow is coming down, is the information is coming down to us, right? And we need to understand. When I say need, it's important. It's not that you need or must, it's just important. Now, I'm starting the new card, and I knew that I want to create a circle because here it's just coming down, but we also need to come up, right? So it's also pointing in this direction. We go in this direction. There is a circle within all the major arcana, a story happening towards the left, but also towards the right, right? And I will get to that once I have all the cards painted with these two directions, right? Again, up, it's easy, it's effort to come up. Again, it's easy to come down, but it is a must to bow down. Then in the back, then the days, how the day is, how long the day is and how long the night is, the pentagram down in the earth, and then again, of course, I have to paint the colors. So this is my evolution for you, my dear. As you can see, right, there is stuff happening with me. Good. If you born, you between the April 10th and May 9th, you're the classical King of Pentacle. Again, very grounded, very earthy, very heavy, very rich, understanding that when I work with the earth, all the institutions, religion, real estate, banking, all the heavy, the 4, right, squared energies are connected to you, and there is a big shift happening when the moon is looking down, looking deep, and of course then stories like, right, children being sexually molested in the church is coming up, right? The moon is highlighting deep down into the feet, right? So the communication, the throat, that's what we're talking about here, is coming out. Here you holding with your right hand the masculine side, the earth, the bull is pulling you. They're always princes, right, in Aleister Crowley's, because they're not kings yet. They have to become kings. Here as well, they're a prince. It's the prince of the chariot of earth, right? They're on a chariot, they're not on a horse. Then in the native Indian, you are the completion of the stones, right? Here she sits with the corn. The native Indian, for them the corn was golden, was rich, right? When you had food, you were rich. Then, in Mystic Mondays, I wanted you to see, here's also the businessman, right? Very clear, very connected. And of course, your chief Seattle. So research yourself, and I will talk about this card next time, right? This is your connection to the native Indian as well, right? On the Handel Tarot. So the peacemaker is mediation, right? Is a mediator, and the peacemaker is interfacing with the world. Affirmation: I am the mediator between my God self and my world. I bring the within outward, recognizing that my presentation and the world's response are just. I am at peace with all outcomes. And the church is not happy with all outcomes, though they are adjusting. Have you seen, right? The new Pope, of course, he was quite not wanting to put golden slippers on and all that. He was like, I'm the Pope of the people. So there has a shift also come to the church, because they realized they can't be in this pompous situation anymore, right? Having all this money, and then a lot of people are dying of hunger. Taurus, your planet is Venus, right? Venus, of course, beautiful relationships. On your days, it's cold, it's an earth day. We like to eat roots and salt. You are connected to the cardiovascular system. So it's very important for you to go and walk and jog and move, because you like to sit. You like not to move because you're a bull. But once you run, I mean, it's like you run, right? You are also, it's difficult for you to get into the movement. But like I said, once you are moving, once you put your mind to it, there's no stopping. You like pleasure in food, but also in other things, right? You are very peaceful. You like security. That's why everything with you is like secure. You need to be secure. We need to be a little pragmatic as well. And you're unpredictable. Now, for you, everything is value. You like to buy things that are lasting rather 30, 40 years than something that when you just bought a piece of clothing, it's like after a few wash, you cannot wear it anymore, right? You're not into that. That's not your style. You like products who last, who like products who are made with quality, right? And that's right so, right? That's really right so. It's good because that's what makes you a quality sign, right? What are you planning? Where are you going? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? The twos are always connected to Chokmah on the tree of life, the Kabbalistic, right, connection to the tarot cards. And Chokmah is the masculine part that says, now, after one, two appear, right? I can split myself into two, and two, now I have something to compare to. Now I have some opposite. And the two you're familiar with, right? Because you understand through the pillar, that's why the two pillars are here. And two people are looking up at you. And here it is in a way too. She's here. And here are the two options. This is the two different schools. One of the red roses and the white lilies. One is Bhakti, one is Rajas. So now you have the opportunity to look out. You sit here in a beautiful place. Looks like the sun is rising. I need to check again when it's on the right or when it's on the left. I think it's sun is rising. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little lights hanging over you. Now the 2 is Mars in Aries. And that's dominion. That's being bold, that's being courageous, that's being shameless, that's being out there and saying, I want to do something. I want to create. You're planning something. What? We don't know. Now, look that she's behind the glasses. So she's somehow protected. Is she in a prison? Is she not able to go out? She's holding the map of a car, right? She has this drawing, and she's holding the globus, and she's like, I want to go out and I want to create something. 1 is behind her and 1 is in front of her, right? The 2 wands being Mars, and of course Aries is part of Mars. Tomorrow Aries begins. Tomorrow the sun has moved into Aries. And a whole new energy is beginning. We start to, yes, tomorrow is equal day and night, the equinox. So from tomorrow on you will be clearly, actively saying, I want to again experience. Wants are this. I want to grow. I want to experience also creativity, sexuality, action, doing, not thinking, not waiting and sitting anymore like you sometimes like to do, right? It's not in a mean way. It's just what it is. The cow, after she ate, she sits down and she keeps eating one more time again. Right? 7 of swords, which are here crows. And the 7 of swords, it's clear that, of course, this thinking, right? It's Aquarian. It's Aquarian energy, and Jupiter again, the planet of fortune, the planet of karma. Something is giving you the opportunity. This planning is giving you the opportunity to say, I need to move forward also mentally. And of course the 7 is usually depicted as a little bit of a negative energy, as of a sneakiness, as of like you make it yourself a little too easy, right? Sitting here behind glasses thinking I want to go out and again live the life, but in reality it's in the mind, then you realize, oh no, maybe it's not that easy. Because Jupiter, it's this, you want to go, you want to grow, you want to do something, but something is also not as clear to you. Something is, yeah. And again, it's, as you can see, what is shining down here? Is that the moon? Since it's Jupiter in Aquarius, it could also be Jupiter, right? It could be the planet Jupiter that is shining down onto this man. Having the hoodie, having all these sneaky thoughts packed in, but 3 have escaped and 4 feathers he takes. Then he has 1 knife. Yeah, since it's connected to the swords, he has one thought in his hand. It's more like almost a knife. So did he do something to the other ravens because there's only feathers? Right? Is she, in her planning, creating? What is she creating? What is she creating, right? So I want to give you the opportunities of this card, because there's always a few, and I just for some reason feel like reading that, right? So when the card is upright, deception or betrayal, taking only what's needed, the universe bearing witness to true intention, getting away with something, being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly. Okay, so have a look. She's planning something, but because she is behind a window, she is, right, thinking about, first of all, grateful for the resources she has. In the planning, she's also understanding, I only take what I need for this journey. She's moving silently and quickly. So she's planning how to do these. Also to be strategic, right? I'm taking only the positive ones now. The universe bearing witness to true intentions. Now, if I would take only the negative ones, she's planning and thinking, okay, I've been deceptive, been betrayed. I'm maybe getting away with something. You know, okay? Okay. So I feel like it's more positive, right? It doesn't feel negative to me, framed within these two cards. You are within yourself thinking about and it's the same color up here with the light. You see that here, the light in this world card. So something is highlighting you, something is letting you know, hey, yes, the universe is bearing witness to true intentions. Meaning you are being grateful for the resources you have, and you only take what's needed. Okay? So, because the world card is coming after, because this is saying you looking out in the world, now here you have the world, and now the world card is really coming. The only thing that's between this and this card is this. So you find out for yourself, again, what is going on in my head? How do I allow myself to be influenced? Now, if it's the moon shining down, look into the subconscious, into your evolution, look into where you come from, your childhood, how you have evolved. Are you still somehow not yet connected to something deeper, to something that will help you understand that when you plan this, whatever it is you're planning, right, the boldness to say, I'm gonna do this, right? And you are behind a window, right? I mean, you're not standing outside. Allow this to be brought to you from your dreams, from your subconscious. Allow the subconscious to share or show you the path, right? Allow, when you go within, that's why he's also holding the hoodie here. And Aquarius is the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is a need for knowing information, getting the information through the internet, so that you can plan for the whole world a shift where this is no more wanted, a shift where you understand the information, the hieroglyphs are coming down, right? You are actively going up, actively creating here a going up, an effort. This is the effort, this is the red, this is the action. Then the information will come down to me and I can share it with the world. Yeah? Wow. So sometimes when the world comes up, I always feel like that's a message in general for the collective. And because tomorrow is the equinox, but I will do a reading, right, for that, for all. Okay, look at that. Now, because that you have understood the planning or the action that you're taking, you are able to be fresh. You are able to say, yeah, I'm going up, I am going and I am transforming and I'm shifting and I'm bringing down this energy, I'm bringing down the information, I'm bringing down the light down into the earth, and I'm creating a light in this earth, right? The action, this action of going up, this is the Two of Wands, and now you have the Page of Wands. Very, very beautiful, very powerful, amazing, right? When I look at this, it's saying, yes, you planned, and now it's coming down, right? The light is coming down, the wand is coming down. You threw it up in the air, right? You threw this wand up in the air. You are making an effort, right? You are actually getting into the action. You're not sitting here anymore and are, you know, not knowing, oh, what I'm gonna do with my life and where I'm going and etc. Okay, get to work, right? This is the sun in Virgo, and the sun in Virgo is saying, yeah, let's go to work. Let's make this happen. Whatever you are planning here, right? Information you got from the internet, through the internet, so that for the world a shift is happening. And you can now, in this young generation, you yourself become young, can start working. And again, here's the moon cycle, right? And again, understand that everything is cyclical, and you coming out of the fish of the Pisces, right? Dancing, creating, shifting. And the sun in Virgo is opposite of you as a hermit. The hermit works for himself. So I feel also that you, or this institution, this spiritual institution that has created too many things that are not okay, is shifting into a new individual. They become as well kind of like a hierophant, like a hermit, right? The Hierophant is starting to become more individual. People are stepping away from the church and creating their own small gatherings and sharing the truth. Remember the truth? Because the truth lasts, the truth has value, and the truth sets you always free. Come from your heart, be honest. Right? You don't need to sneak away. You can show who you are. You can show that you are a gay priest. You will find people who listen to you. This is the age of Aquarius, making everything smaller. Lots of stars are up there in the sky shining, and each star has their constellation, has their way of telling us, this is how I shine. That's it. Right? The star is giving us, the Aquarian energy is giving us an opportunity now to have many small companies creating, all in their own right, products that are quality. Mass production will stay, because that's just how we can, right? Even mass production might go into a better quality, but there will be always somehow a mass production that is a little like negative. But more and more smaller individual teachings in you, in the peacemaker, will appear. More and more spiritual guides will appear, and the Two of Cups, of course, Venus in Cancer, is bringing us the message of one love. Right? One love within. First begin within, then of course it will come to you. When I put my hands into Namaste, I bow down with the Namaste, then I feel here. And why is he not praying? Why is he holding? I am the one that is able to transcend these 3 dimensions. Why? For me, this is more appropriate, and of course, the next step, the circular energy, I bow down, I come back up. I bow down, I come back up, right? Circular. The Namaste, in here I feel the soulmate, right? This is soulmate energy. Of course, there could be someone coming into your life that is very important to you, but first find within you the love of the 2 opposites. Accept the male and the female. Accept these opposite energies. And then comes this beautiful man who is a Pisces to you and says, hey, I bring you roses. I bring you love letters. I come on a white horse. Would you like to come with me and explore deeper something within you that you maybe want to open yourself up to true love? A true deep love, right? Pisces and Taurus together is Pisces will nourish you. Pisces is, the most charming and loving lover we can have, and it's good for you. This is very good for you, because you sit here and he will, right, bring to you something that's maybe missing, because He will make your earth fertile. He will bring the water into this dry, cold earth. Right? This is, but you can also bring this to yourself. You can bring this water, this holy water, to yourself. Right? If it's not a person that's coming to you, you create yourself this beautiful path of self-love. Beautiful. Good, I need two more. Oh, there's too many. Too many. As you can see, it's too many. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do it. He is shaking your world, and the love is gonna crash down. I'm gonna put him next to this, okay? And I will do the 7 down here in the row. He, or this love, will create a break, will create something that awakens you. It maybe already happened, because this is also the Corona card, right? Where the crown is coming down. But everything that comes from above, again, that what comes from above is always comes with love, is coming, the spiritual is coming down, the messages are coming down. Where is it bringing you? Wow, to the 10 of coins. That is Mercury in Virgo. The hard work, because it's above it now, the hard work is paying off, right? Putting your life here together. Then diving deeper into the love, right? Because look, this is above. This is a Scorpio. And he is the evolution of this one, right? He is a young guy. He's like you, a man, right? Then in June, in Cancer season, when we have the summer solstice, success is truly coming to you. Here you meditate again on the cyclical, on the world, on the going within, understanding the cycles, right? Understanding what's above is below, right? The 4 butterflies are coming out, and sharing the knowledge. It's infinite knowledge. What is up has to come down, right? What is down has to go up as well. Wow. And then you have a new beginning. Look at this. You have, wow, it's almost like this is really a collective, because it's the end of Pisces. It's the end of Pisces season, right? And Aries is beginning. Aries is beginning tomorrow. And with love, he's letting go. He's saying, yeah, it's good. My time is finished. The world understands that. Now we drop into a new cycle. We drop into, right, getting out of Pisces. We're going into Aries. Aries is evolving into this next young generation, a new beginning. It's the page that are connected to the Fool. The page is this young generation. It's saying, yeah, let me fall down. Let me go into this flower of life. Let me explore, right? What can I now create? Where can I grow into? Wow, I mean, this is huge message. And you, because you are meditating, you're understanding a huge new cycle. Something has really given you, look, again, the infinite eight. The eight. You're understanding. You're understanding clearly what's going on. You are awakening. You are empowered. You are, because you give and take. This is connected to you. This is the moon in Taurus. You are a giver, and for that you also receive. And you have the money to do that. Right? You have the money. You can give. And this is, again, Cancer and Scorpio, deep diving deep into an emotional love, self-love, or relationship with a Pisces, with a Scorpio, or with a Cancer. That's what I get. 3 men. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Water. All 3 water. Water is nourishing you. Water is giving you exactly what you need. Otherwise you're too dry. It's very good for you to get a water sign, because that will bring you alive. That will make you grow. Amazing. And of course then you can really let go of an old cycle. Let go, because you're planning from tomorrow on, moving forward, right? Understanding, hey, I get the knowledge, I get the information, right? Into the world card, into this new cycle, right? Into the world, I go within and understand I can begin new, I begin fresh. Giving and taking. Powerful. Okay, I have the bottom of the card. Ooh, friendships. Beautiful. Right? Venus in Cancer. No, sorry. Mercury in Cancer. Right? Communicating with your friends, being with your friends, very important for you. Giving yourself the time out to enjoy your time with your friends. Wow. This is a powerful message for you, Taurus. And it's the end of Pisces, right? And I can see that. Pisces is here. Pisces is saying, yeah, it's the end of a month cycle, right? And the whole world feels that end of the month cycle. And now the new month cycle begins, right? We're going up again into our head. We were in our feet, right? We were in our feet, sneaking quiet away, right? Going deep within. But now moving our feet, moving them, right? Understanding up and down. Things come down, cracking down, right? Old institutions are breaking open. Old institution needs to reevaluate themselves. Shift. The money needs to distribute it equally between the people. We have to give, particularly institutions that are so rich it's almost like not really wanted anymore. People who are so rich, they're not even like, why are we looking up to them? If they don't do something with their money, we shouldn't look up to them anymore. We should look up only to those people who really do something with the money. Good. Oh my God, it's 1 hour reading. I see you again when the sun is in Aries. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste.